Rex is entrepreneur. Rex works for a company which supply a lot of stuff for Ukraine. It's military. And you're doing some parts for Patriot, because Patriot for Ukraine now it's like everything, because the Patriot system protect Kyiv and other regions. And Rex with us today, and also one of the question, I did only once skydiving. Rex, how many times did you jump?
From the like 15 jumps or so, which isn't too many compared to a lot of people I know,
but it's still a lot, 15. Thank you so much for your time, and please introduce a little bit yourself.
Sure, yeah, so for those that don't know me, I'm Rex Robinson, currently live in Salt Lake City, Utah. I went to the United States Military Academy at West Point, and then graduated from there and was an Army officer, engineer officer for a little over 5 years, doing combat engineer work, construction engineer work, and then supporting special operations for their engineering needs. And then when I got out of the Army, I came to Northrop Grumman, where I still currently am, doing defense contracting as an engineer and now as a program manager.
Tell me a little bit, because maybe some people will watch from Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
West Point.
Sure. So West Point is the military academy. So the U.S. has a few options to become an officer in the military. And the oldest way that used to work is you would go to one of the military academies, like the Naval Academy or West Point, which is the military academy for the Army.
Okay. What about your prediction about war? Because Rex, we had a leadership class, and it was very touch moment when our professor asked each one what we dream about or what we want, and I said Ukraine. I want Ukraine wins the war.
Right.
And Rex was one of the person who put stickers.
Yeah, who can kind of help with support that dream or make that a reality. And I know a lot of people are like, I don't know how you can make that a reality, but I mean, I have a lot of classmates that are there from West Point that are helping with NGOs and other capacities to train Ukrainian soldiers, to provide medical supplies, and then even just like my industry, it's heavily regulated, but there are certain ways in which they're trying to open it up to provide Ukraine more capability to help with that.
Tell me about yourself from different side. We spoke about Army, about your job. Like, what do you do directly? Like, what is your responsibility in the company? You don't need to give all details, but what you can tell us.
So I started as an engineering manager at Northrop Grumman, currently a program manager. So basically responsible for a product line. Northrop Grumman's huge. I mean, we build everything from, whole bombers and missiles.
HIMARS?
We do parts on HIMARS, but not the whole
parts
system.
For F-16?
Yeah.
But not whole. But what is that? I think it's stealth? Oh, no.
Yeah, the stealth bomber, the B-21. Northrop does build that. And we've built a lot of things in the past. But specifically Northrop's like 100,000 people. My small site in Salt Lake City, we're about 600 to 700 people, and we build primarily inertial navigation units, so guidance systems for aircraft and for missiles, a lot of fiber optic gyro systems.
Well, we spoke also yesterday, and Rex said like everything, compare US Army with technology with Russia, it's like total different things. Because why I ask Rex, I feel like Putin will use nuclear weapon, right? He moved now to Belarus, and he will not have chance. He will not win this war, and he knows that, and he will one moment probably will use from Belarus to attack. I even think Europe, and you said like it'll be done. So fast.
Yeah.
Technology is totally different, and it's totally different level of war.
It is, and I do wonder about the Russian capability, which is how well they've maintained. I mean, they do have some hypersonic stuff, but
how they call it? But they do this from a plane, and it's like
that's proven largely ineffective for a lot of the air defense capabilities that we already have.
And you're doing some parts for Patriot, because Patriot for Ukraine now it's like everything, because the Patriot system protect Kyiv and other regions, I think.
I didn't really work on Patriot. That was a little bit older system, but I did. So when I was a program manager, we did build a sensor that went on the THAAD missile, which intercepts basically incoming ballistic missiles. And I believe, so generally that's only a U.S. asset, but I know the Army has been deploying things into Eastern Europe to help bolster that defense. So I wouldn't be surprised if THAAD systems are assisting there.
Interesting. Yeah. What about Kellogg? Why you decide to come to Kellogg, and why Kellogg, not Harvard, or why not other schools?
It's a good question. I think I realized initially I didn't think I needed to get an MBA. And you don't necessarily need an MBA to start a business. Like, you've done very well, prior to getting an MBA. But as I got into my career at Northrop, I realized, part of me, I want to get out of defense contracting and industry. I've just been working with the government stuff for too long, and I'm kind of tired of it, and I want a change of scenery. And ultimately, I think that means I need to build something by for me, which could be the Valkyrie stuff.
The reason was one of the reasons because you want to start business, you want to know more about business side.
Yeah, I want to know.
You need an MBA.
I need an MBA to get that knowledge, but also the network, and I think it just gives me a great. I think Kellogg specifically gives a great platform and resources to help people make that transition. So that's kind of why.
For people who wants to get to this program, platform and
resources, network, everything here. And then specifically here, instead of like Harvard and stuff, it allows me to keep working and continue to live where I live. And that was huge because I think it's, Kellogg is just as good as, if not better in some regards. And I get to continue to live in Salt Lake and ski and do those things while
How difficult for you to travel every second week?
It's a lot, but if you kind of know that going in, it's not unmanageable. It's totally manageable, but it's certainly not trivial.
Thank you so much. It was a great time, and I enjoy to always have conversation with you. And as you said, Russia doesn't have chance to win, and Ukraine will win.
Absolutely.
And US, thank you so much for your support. And people as Rex, like Rex, help Ukraine to beat Russia, because from this small, everyone who work for US Army, for US military, create the system. Because new technology, everyone, each person is like a mechanism which builds this strong sector of economy.
Yep.
And produces important weapons for around US to protect democracy in the world.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yep.